This is a quick grammar review for students of English as a second language.
Now, grammar topic 9 is an overview of important types of clauses in English sentences. So, what on God's green earth is a clause? A clause is a group of words with a subject and verb. That's it. Well, actually, that's not exactly everything, because sometimes a sentence can be a clause, or vice versa. It's confusing for the best of us. If you need to pause this video and check more, we live in an amazing time and the internet will help your knowledge of this deep topic if you have the time and energy. Otherwise, let's move on. English sentences are simply a collection of words that form phrases, clauses, chunks, etc. Just a quick reminder to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share and like this video if you think it will benefit others. And don't forget, English skills are free skills, so share the love. We need a way to communicate, and written sentences have been chosen as the way we can do so in English. So, here we go. Grammar topic 9 is types of clauses. In some cases, you should connect clauses in a sentence using a comma. In other cases, you should use a conjunction or a connector. We will now look at 4 distinct cases. Case 1. Join a dependent clause and an independent clause. Case 2. Join 2 dependent clauses. Case 3. Join 2 independent clauses using a conjunction. Case 4. Join 2 independent clauses using a semicolon. From one perspective, there are 2 types of clauses: dependent and independent. A dependent clause cannot stand alone and needs to be connected to an independent clause. For example, before eating lunch. Why is this a dependent clause? Because we don't know who or what eats the lunch. Let's look at how we can expand this dependent clause into a complete idea. Before eating lunch, Joaquin plays in the garden. We now know who or what eats the lunch. Note, you can start a sentence with either a dependent or independent clause, but the punctuation may change. We will look at this punctuation issue very soon. Our second type of clause. An independent clause can stand alone because we know who or what does what. Example: Lucy manages her business. Why is this an independent clause? Because we know who manages the business. Note, you can start a sentence with either a dependent or independent clause, but the punctuation may change. We will look at this punctuation issue very soon. Okay, let's look at our 4 cases, starting with Case 1. Dependent plus independent, i.e. a sentence that starts with a dependent clause and is followed by an independent clause. Let's look at 2 methods to join such clauses. Joining a dependent clause and an independent clause. Method 1. Start with the independent clause and do not use any punctuation when you connect the dependent clause. Example 1. The robot blocked the door as quietly as possible. Example 2. Jane helped Tarzan to calm down by dividing the cake into 2 equal parts. Method 2. Start with the dependent clause and do use punctuation when you connect the independent clause. Example 3. Following the night of high winds, many roads were blocked. Example 4. By driving through the night, we reached the beach by sunrise. Case 2. 2 or more dependent plus independent, i.e. a sentence that starts with 2 or more dependent clauses and is followed by an independent clause. Yes, you can add more than just one dependent clause to an independent clause. But remember, the independent clause is still essential to the sentence. Example 1. Becoming more common since the discovery of easily sourced rare earth metals. Following the development of the high-tech consumer products market, the ubiquitous smart TV and hybrid vehicle are no longer status symbols. Example 2. After running 3 marathons last month, helping to assuage her grief, Rachel has returned to public life. Example 3. Money can't buy you love. As a matter of fact, and neither can Bitcoin. Case 3. Joining two or more independent clauses using a coordinating conjunction. The anacronym fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, reminds us to always use these conjunctions and a comma when joining two or more independent clauses. Example 1. John loves everyone, comma, but nobody likes him. Example 2. The ACT offers 5 answer choices on most math questions, comma, and the SAT offers 4, comma. So both are predominantly multiple choice tests. Full stop. Example 3. You are a very talented person, comma, so take life by the horns, young man. Full stop. Case 4. Joining independent clauses using a semicolon. A semicolon is like a soft full stop, or a hard comma, and it is a great way to continue the flow of a sentence. Remember to include a connector if the meaning is improved, and remember to put a comma immediately after the connector. Example 1. The bulls of Bashan were surrounding him. Semicolon. He forgave those who persecuted him. Full stop. Example 2. The demonstrators believe in the ideals propagated by the sponsors of terrorism. Semicolon. Nonetheless, comma. A vast majority of the population is ignorant to how dangerous the recent developments are. Full stop. Example 3. Love is a 4-letter word. Semicolon. Furthermore, comma. Love is both a verb and a noun. Full stop.